Okay, good morning, folks. I wanted to make this video, and I'm trying to make it fairly quick, for time's sake. But the reason I'm making this video is out of rebuttal of a video that I saw yesterday on Facebook. And it was this gentleman. He does a lot of videos. As a matter of fact, I've followed him. He does a lot of reviews, and because of his reviews, I've ended up buying the Mercure Future, right? Because he did a really good job. Because of his reviews, I've also ended up buying the Mercure Progress, right? He did a really good video. I bought a couple others from, just out of watching him. He usually does pretty good. But he did a review yesterday that kind of got under my skin a little bit. And this is why. So number one, he started the video stating, that he, for some reason, he purchased a double-edged razor. It hadn't arrived, and he wanted to make a quick review out of something. So he decided to do a review on safety razors. So he picked two particular safety razors, right? He picked one that he bought from Japan, and then, he picked the Gillette Fusion Pro. Now, mind you, we all know, right? There's, three general types of razors out there. You have your, your straight razor, right? And then you have your double-edged razors, you're familiar with, right? And then you have your safety razors, right? The safety razors is the other ones that came after, right? And they look kind of like these, right? Big, Gillette, you got all this competitor chic, whatever. So he bought two, and wanted to review the Gillette Fusion Pro with a little vibrator, which I will criticize. There's no reason why a man should have a vibrator on his face. It serves no purpose, So, and then he had the Japanese version, which I think had 3 blades. This has 5 blades. The problem that I have when he did the review is the way he did the review. Any shave that you do, you shave the same way, right? So whether it's a straight razor, for the most part, you warm your face up and blah, 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 and then you go by quadrants, right? Same thing with the double edge, and for the most part, you would do the same thing with a safety razor, right? You go by quadrants, right? You do the, top, left, and go to the bottom, top right, you go to the bottom, and, do the middle, onto the mustache, etc., etc. You do it with a grain. Depends on who you are, preference. Again, you do a second pass, right? You lather up, do the second pass sideways, wash up, and then do third pass going up, okay, against the grain. So that's typically the way you do it. But I'm gonna show you what this cat did, okay? So, which was kind of funny. Again, usually when you shave, right, we do the same thing. You do a pass down, and then you kind of, you flip it around, you do another pass, and then you rinse the blade. This guy, and I'm going to do it just for show purposes, right? Just kind of show you. And what he did as he was shaving, he started by saying that he was going to commit some sacrilegious act by utilizing a safety razor. And you already show your bias that you don't like safety razors. I said, I get it. You don't like safety razors. You don't like safety razors, but they were made for a reason. Just like electric razors were made for a reason. I don't use electric razors. I am biased against them. I'm in the military, so if I have no choice, they're there for a reason. I'm in the car and I use the electric razor, so I make sure that I'm shaved. Same thing with a safety razor. I don't typically use a safety razor, but there are days that I don't have the time to lather up, properly and get all the preparation or whatever the case may be. So I can just go ahead and lather up real quick, take the safety razor, and get a good shave. Now, I have reviewed safety razors. I have reviewed, and just to kind of show you right quick before I do all this, so I've reviewed the one blade, right? It looks like this, if you can see it. And this one has a head that kind of tilts back and forth, actually up and down, right? So I've reviewed that one. It's okay blade, right? I reviewed the single edge blade, right? Which is like this, and it looks like this, and you can change the head on it, right? And it's made by Supply, and I reviewed that one as well, and I compared it. And I compared these, with a couple safety razors just to see how they work, if you get a good shave, and they serve their purpose. My personal favorite out of the safety razors is the Gillette Fusion Pro glide, which is like this, you know. So this is the fancy version of it. You know, typically it looks kind of like this kind of handle, you know, except for the head tilts left and right. You know, I think my wife told that one. So I bought the fancy little version that comes with a little really nice case or whatever. What's peculiar about this safety razor and what I like about it is two things. Number one is that the head tilts this way, you know, so when you go up and down, right, it contours to your face as you go, you know, through your chin, right? Got it. Well, the second part of it, right, as you can see, is it also tilts this way, you know. So this way and this way, and so as you're shaving, you know, especially if you're going through a curb, it will adjust to your curb. All right, and the third part of it is the fact that it has a blade in the back, okay, on the top, and that's really good for doing the under the nose, you know, which is awesome for me because I've had an issue shaving under my nose even when I do double edge. I think they make your progress and the red tip, I think, are the only two double edge that I usually don't have a problem doing under the nose, you know. Every other one I usually have to figure out how to do it, or I can use the back of this and do it, but regardless, right? So that's the good thing about this one. So by far, out of safety razors, this is my favorite. It does the job. But again, on the review from this gentleman, this is what he did, you know. So for exaggeration purposes, you know, this man, again, let's say he lathered it up, right? I'm gonna use this just for poops and giggles, just for this review purpose. I'm gonna wash it up, but he had it like this, you know, and I'm gonna do one side only, you know. So he had a bunch of soap. He also used a travel stick soap, which I've never seen, you know, and to me that's problematic already because it looked like a freaking glue stick, right? And he had a lot more lather than that, you know, kind of like this. And then he took the safety razor, and I'm gonna use this. So he took the safety razor. I'm not gonna shave for real. I'm just gonna go really light. And he said, as he's reviewing, he said, "Well, let me do it." You know, he did this, right, as he's shaving, and he did about 5 different type of passes, and then he's like, you know, through the whole face, and then he showed his razor, and he said, basically, he showed it up. He says, "Look, it's already tugging. Look how much soap it took, and it's already ripping my face, and you know it has nothing but soap." But dude, okay, I got it, but that's not how you shave, you know. I said, you know, so he was criticizing the fact, you know, that after he did like 5 passes up and down with all the soap that he had, and the razor looked like that, you know, that the soap was not worth a hoot compared to any other razor that we use. And again, that's not how you shave, you know. So if that's not how you shave typically with any other razor, then why would you do it with a safety razor? Just to review and to get a point across that you don't like it. You're not doing that razor any justice, or anybody watching your video any justice, you know. Do it right. So having said that, I want to show you a quick review of the Gillette Fusion Pro, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a red tip, you know, because that's my favorite, one of my favorites, to compare one with the other, and, you know, and be, again, reasonable, you know, given the same, you know, shaving the same way with both, okay? Just give you a comparison and contrast. All right, so as I do that, here is my red tip somewhere, okay? Here's my red tip. And I'm gonna use, for poops and giggles, I had already a blade here that I've used, a Gillette 7 o'clock, okay? So I'm gonna use a Gillette 7 o'clock on there with the red tip. And that's gonna be my left side, okay? And then I'm gonna use the Fusion Pro, Gillette Fusion Pro Glide without the vibrating head. I don't need no vibrators in my face, you know, for the right side of the face, okay? I'm gonna get rid of this contraption, okay? And I do have a Badger tip right here, you know, that I'm gonna use. My buddy Carlito sent it to me so I can lather up, you know, some soap. And what I'm using right now for soap is the Amaretto Amaretto Especial. Okay, it's a good soap. It smells really good. So I'm going to use that. I'm also going to use, again, for the purpose of this, and because I am shaving, I have about a day and a half growth. I'm going to use the Cremo pre-shave. I like the Cremo because, again, it creates a slick face, you know. And again, I'm already 10 minutes into this video. I don't want to make it longer than what it is, but I just want to do a quick compare and contrast analysis, you know, or review, just because of the injustice this gentleman did to the safety razor. Okay, again, I'm not, and here's, I'm saying it again, I'm not too fond of safety razors. I like double-edged razors, but if you're going to do a review, do it right. Okay, and you know, again, there's nothing wrong with the Gillette Fusion Pro. Absolutely nothing wrong. Especially if you're in a hurry, you just wanna look at this. That's that Amaretto. It's really good soap. I'm gonna tell you. I barely put any water on it other than the brush, and barely the soap and the thing. And just I love it. Love it. Good soap. Cremo. So I want to use my Cremo right quick. You know. So poops and giggles, and here it is. Now I'm a little OCD, so please forgive me. That's what I do is I spread the Cremo. Right. I just took a shower too, so my face is a little warm, but that's okay. But as I know, see, I'm not doing much of anything. But what I do is I use one of these, you know, brushes, you know, it's my sidekick brush. And I wet it just a little bit, enough to go ahead and spread the Cremo. I put a little bit of water just to create that slick surface, you know. And again, there it goes. That's a little better. You know, I don't want to make it too thick, but just enough to create. And again, I'm doing this in a hurry because I don't want to drag this video. But I want you guys to see the difference between a straight razor and a safety razor when it's done right. Okay, you probably can barely see it, but there is this really thin layer, you know, for the Cremo. Just enough to do what it's supposed to do. All right, so second part of it is the Amaretto. Okay, and there it goes. It smells really good too. All right, there it goes. Okay, so let me feel the sink. So we got a good lather, got some good soap. Okay, perfect. And I'm gonna dive in right into it because again, it's one of those things, right? So how do we shave? Whether we shave with a safety razor, with a single edge, whatever you want to call it, we always do it the same way, right? Whether you pull the skin and start from the sideburn, right? You clear it in one pass. I usually half the face, right? And second pass, and then you rinse, right? Same thing, one pass, second pass, and then we rinse. Bottom, first quadrant, second quadrant, you know, you pull your skin, first pass, flip, second pass. Okay, I'm not much of a face skin puller, I just let the blade do its thing, but regardless, you get the picture, right? First pass, second pass, you know, and that's that side of the face. And then under the nose, half, and this is where I have the problem right there, okay? And then under the shin, flip it, second half, rinse, and there you go, okay? So this is one pass, double edge red tip. Now let's go to the right side with the Gillette Fusion Pro. Okay, so I like the fact that it has the back blade for the sideburn, and I just do that, and that is a, because it's level, it's very easy to control, and you see how clear it went, right? Straight line, no problem. One pass down, and look how it contours to your face. That's it. Rinse it just like I do the other one. Why wouldn't I? Okay, same thing. And I don't have to do a quadrant. With this one, I can actually go all the way down. So that's a good thing, right? See, look it. And that's usually how I do it. So I'm shaving the way I would normally do. Again, I can do it and stop right there. Or with this one, I can go ahead and go all the way down. Just do it, all right? So when you rinse it, you don't get all that crap that he was showing on his, all right? Because you're doing it the same way you do anything else. All the other razors, same thing, right? And I'm going to go all the way down with this one. And now onto the mustache, check this out. With the back end, I'm going to go all the way across, and there you go. Rinse it, and second half. And I'm going down, and you see how it contours? Look at that, you can actually see it bending. It contours, and done. Okay, let's compare. Reasonable compare, just for poofs and giggles. And again, personally, I like the double edge razor. I don't use safety razors a lot unless I'm in a hurry. But I want to give it a reasonable review. I'm going to spread the Cremo again a little bit. But let's see. Left side, it's actually really, really soft. Obviously I need to give it another pass, so there's some little leftovers, but the second pass going up will catch it. What about the Fusion? Checking right here. I have a little bit more hair on here than I do on this side. A little bit more. And a little bit more here. This is my trouble spot, so I would expect that. That's not okay. That's okay. And over here, the rest is good. Shin's the same thing. Under the shin, same thing. And under the nose, the Gillette Fusion is better than the red tip. So red tip's better here than the Fusion here. Under the nose, Fusion did better than the red tip. On this side than this side. That's it. But first pass, right? Okay. Spread the Cremo a little bit. Second pass. Let's see what happens. For sake of timeliness, I'm gonna watch it out. Again, everybody's got the right to do their review. My only critic is, if you're gonna do it, don't be biased. Just do the review and that's it. Let people make their own conclusion based on how it works. Alright. I'm gonna go with that. I'm not doing it any justice, but with the soap, I never do. But that's okay. Alright, here we go. Double edge. Starting from the bottom, I'm going up, stopping, going up, stopping, rinsing, going up, against the grain, going up, against the grain, stopping, same here, flip, okay, and you can actually hear it. I love the red tip, so that's why I chose this one, you know. And then under the chin. And then this side, you can hear it. And the red tip is one of the few razors that actually gets under my nose. And that's what I like about it. And it's very easy to use. It's very soft. It's very gentle. And this also has the roughness that you need to do the job that you need to do. Oop. Okay, so I just did something there that, whatever. All right, Fusion. Same thing, rinse it. I'm coming underneath, against the grain. Okay. You can hear it going. One more time, under the skin. I'm going up with that. Sometimes I just do it once or twice. There you go. Same process. On the stem. Okay. And yes, definitely poops and giggles. Okay. Let's see how they compare. Okay. I'm gonna rinse. And again, I'm doing this really fast. Normally I take my time a little more because there's two different razors, right? You adjust your profile depending on the razor. You know, like if I'm using the Mercure Progress, you know, well, I already know how it works. So I adjust accordingly. If I'm using the Mercure Future, that's very, very aggressive. Same thing, you know. But for review purposes on this one, how did they do? Okay, so I'll let you be the judge. I'm gonna dry up, and here we go. So, really good shave. It got everything with a red tip, not a single spot miss. Nothing, nothing, okay? Really good shave, that's why I like the red tip. Red tip is awesome, I can depend on it. Really good shave. Gillette Fusion Pro. Nothing. Nothing. Same quality shave. Nothing missed. They both did very, very well. Very well. Again, so now we look at intent. The intent is, you know, why would you use, you know, a safety razor versus a double edge? You know, well, number one, if you're in a hurry. Number two, maybe you just don't like double edge razors. You know, you may have your own reasons. Are they both good blades? Absolutely. You know, if you're gonna do a review, do it right and show, you know, the possibilities of each razors. I just shaved for both. They both did a phenomenal job. I'm happy with the results of both soaps. So there you have it. Make your own conclusion. Again, this is just so, you know, with a little bit of honesty to give you a justice and give you the option to choose whatever blade you want. Do your own testing, do your own review, and, you know, and again, not to downplay whatever products are out there. You know, again, you may use 3, 4, 5 different safety razors, and out of all of them, you may like the one blade. I don't know. Same thing with double edge. You may not like the Progress or the Future, but you may like the red tip or blue tip, or maybe you like the Fat Boy Executive. It's a really nice, gold plated, really good. You know, so depending, make your own review, make your own conclusion, but shave the same way and compare it to other products the same way that you would any other razor. So that's it. Right now, the only thing I have left over to do is use my Whiskey Woods, right? And that is an awesome smell. Club and Pinot, man, they do awesome job. There's one that's rum that I want to buy that I haven't had yet. When I get to it, I'm gonna buy it. But right now, Whiskey Woods smells great. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got a good review out of it. You know, let me know what you think. Peace out. Thanks.